Right, what's going on, everyone? Jambi, 434. Now, if I feel a bit cranky, I apologize due to I've had a bit of problems with the flu quite recently. First, I want to wish you all a very happy Christmas, and I hope you all little had a good day. If Santa had brought you some eggnog or whatever the hell. So this is gonna be the first of a few videos I'm gonna do, and unfortunately, I'm covering Monday Night Raw. And I'm sorry, this show sucks. This show is just getting worse and worse and worse. Unless Triple H is just trying to rush everything so we can go into Christmas. I gotta be honest with you. This show sucks. Raw sucks within the last couple of months now. And it's slightly getting a little bit concerning. So we are going to get into Raw 22nd of December. So let's get into this garbage show. Got my notes. So, Raw opened. Recap of last week: Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio main event. That was a decent main event, by the way, which featured interference from the masked individual who revealed himself to be Austin Theory. Now, I got to admit, when I first saw Austin Theory initially reveal himself, I thought it was Daniel Garcia. But at least Theory has a little bit of presence about him. Daniel Garcia is just a bum. Let's just say this. Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, Bronson arrived to get out of the cold. They saw Austin Theory. Heyman told him he had this. Heyman says, "What the hell is he doing?" Theory wanted two people to feel his actions before he revealed himself. Theory said he got comfortable and made some bad decisions and got hurt. Yep, we should have had the blow off match with Grayson Waller. I've no idea why we didn't get it. And he didn't want to wait for anything. Theory said that he knew the Vision had a match tonight and he wants to help out. Heyman replies saying interesting. Now, do I like the pairing of Theory with Heyman? Yes, I do. However, this has been a few runs now that they've had with Theory. It has failed 3 times. He was better in NXT. And then we get backstage. Rhea Ripley told Io Sky that she couldn't protect her if she came to the ring, so she wanted to stay backstage. Rhea Ripley comes out, massive pop, which is covered in Christmas trees and gift boxes. We had Mark Nash introducing Rhea Ripley this time, and then the Kabuki Warriors come out together. Asuka and Rhea Ripley open Raw. This could have been possibly a little bit further down the card. There was a spot for a commercial break, but they were stuck with the match. Ripley went for the Riptide around 5 minutes in. Asuka countered by hooking her into a pin. Ref got a 2 count. Ripley caught Asuka with a kick, and there was another spot with a commercial break with no actual break. Why? This is why I'm lucky with Netflix, where I'm at. I can literally, it goes like a black screen literally for like 2 minutes, about 2 minutes, about 2 seconds, and after that, it just goes straight into whatever. Let me just see if these. Just want to see if we actually got it. Yeah, we are. Camera is on, thank God. Otherwise, I'd look like a dumbass, and it would not be pretty cool. Rear Pico Oscar with the present lock. Oscar escapes and applied a standing ankle lock before she released and executing a German suplex into a near fall. Ripley came out with a bloody nose at one point. Rhea Ripley always seems to have a broken nose, but she looks good even with a broken fucking nose. That's what's good about Rhea. Both wrestlers end up in the apron, but Oscar performed another German suplex that looked quite rough. Back inside the ring, Oscar jumped into a super kick. Rhea follows up with a knee strike. Oscar rolled to the floor. Rhea hits a cannonball from the apron and then rolled Asuka back into the ring with Mami on top, as usual. Ripley went to the top rope. Carrie tripped her when the referee was checking on Asuka. Io Sky came out with tape on her back and hit Carrie with a palm strike. Io climbed to the top of the apron and spoke to the referee. Kyrie trips Io and landed on the apron. That was sold very well, by the way, and it looked painful at the same time. Rhea went to check on Io. Asuka rolled up Rhea Ripley and got the 3 count. Do you know, in 10 minutes? Did you know that is Asuka's first ever win against Rhea Ripley? Incredible. So after that, Bronson Reed stood with Braun Breaker and asked Heyman for an update of what happened with Theory. Heyman spoke about where Reed and Breaker were, went before he had a vision with them. Heyman said he had a vision for Theory. Heyman said also Reed would team up with Theory to take on CM Punk and Rey Mysterio in the main event. Heyman said Theory would fall into the vision, or Reed and Breaker would take him out. Yeah, Theory would get killed by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. The Heyman walk away. Breaker told Reed he didn't have to do this. Reed said that he had things under control. Why are these two not won the tag team titles yet? That Raw tag team division is dead. It is boring. One of the worst tag divisions I have ever seen. It was not this bad under Vince, and that era was bad. Believe you me. Becky Lynch, best thing about Raw at the minute. Interrupted Michael Cole. Graves acted giddy as Becky made her entrance. Once in the ring, Becky claims to be the real Women's Intercontinental Champion. She should have the belt anyway. She said she's tired of the facade. She spoke about having powerful lawyers. Yep, I know one lawyer, but he's an asshole. Won't get into that. Eventually, Maxine Dupree does make her entrance and joins Becky in the ring. Dupree considered that Becky is the greatest of all time, while she's just a rookie, but she reminded her that the rookie beat the GOAT. I do think Becky is the GOAT, by the way, and no one is ever going to change my fucking mind on it. Dupree got fired up and said she's not just the fans' Intercontinental Champion, she is Becky's Intercontinental Champion. Terrible line for me. She said she wanted to hear Lynch concede that. Dupree said Lynch did not like the greatest Intercontinental Champion. She said she looked like someone who's afraid and her best years are behind her. Now that was good. I liked that promo. That part at the end of the promo. First part was terrible. Next part was great. Loved it. Lynch punched Dupree, who fell to the mat. Lynch threw more punches to the back of Maxine's head and then slammed her on the mat. Lynch took the belt, held her upon her on the apron. She returned to continue her attack, and Maxine took her down and put her in the ankle lock. Lynch taps out, and Maxine releases her. I will say this. I think Maxine Dupree has improved a lot. And I'm happy because I remember she was at a house show and she got completely booed out of the building. But fair play to the gal. She has done superbly well since she literally recovered from the issues she had. Backstage, Adam Pearce wished Javon Evans good luck and he said he'd like to talk to him about his future afterwards. Evans was very receptive before he made his exit. Now, Javon Evans, for me, please call him up. The kid's ready. There is about 8 or 9 people from NXT that needs to be called up by now. NXT right now is the best show on television. Raw and SmackDown are just awful, god awful television. Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer approached Adam Pearce, who thanked her for seeing him. He asked how he can handle a situation with Nikki Bella, God forbid, and Raquel Rodriguez. God, please put Raquel as a babyface for the love of Christ. Raquel said that there's no situation and asked Pearce to give them both of them. Pearce books the match next week. It's a triple threat match for next week's show. If Nikki Bella wins, I'm gonna have a fucking meltdown on this video. God. Do not know why there's a fascination with having Nikki Bella. She's fucking past it. She's washed and she's a bum. I don't care what people say. Next up, Javon Evans against Rayo Americano. My God, what are they doing with Pete Dunne? For the love of Christ. Cole said that Javon Evans is going to be a free agent from NXT very soon. This is a tough call of where they're actually going to put Javon. Me personally, put him on SmackDown. Even though I get difficulty thinking that Road Dogg is garbage at booking, I would have Javon on SmackDown, try and build the division around him. Obafemi, put him on SmackDown. Sol Ruka, SmackDown. I think you could have 8 or 9 people from NXT that can save that fucking division. Trust me. Fucking SmackDown sucks. And I will have to review that in a bit myself. It's not going to be SmackDown from last week. It's going to be SmackDown that's going to be at tonight. It's not going to be up till at least tomorrow or Sunday. Anyway, Javon Evans against Ryo, aka Pete Dunne. Cole said he did a Wikipedia search. He couldn't find anything on Ryo. Different internet. So Corey Graves. Yes, it's Pete Dunne. The other one is Tyler Bate. Ryo caught Evans with a cheap shot. Evans puts him down and removed his shirt. Evans hit the Superman punch and also hit a springboard. Forearm for a near fall. El Grande Americano distracted the referee while Ryo and Bravo, the Americano, picked up Evans and crushed him on the top rope. Ryo hits a Michinoku driver for a near fall. Let me just remind you, Pete Dunne was the NXT UK champion for about 600 days before dropping it to one of the best matches of the year against Gunther, aka Walter back then. God, what a fall from grace from Pete Dunne. But then again, I would rather him as Butch than this garbage that he's in right now. Ryoko and Evans with a step of Enziguri. Evans came back with a right twisting kick that Ryo avoided appeared to duck from. It still led to a 2 count. Evans puts the springboard move, caught by the punch. Evans avoided the Ryo's move from the ropes and then hit him with the OG cutter for 1, 2, 3. 6 minutes, 50 in 6 minutes. By God. Pete Dunne, my God. Put him back in NXT. After the match, El Grande Americano and Bravo Americano entered the ring and went after Evans, who dodged him and escaped to ringside. Cole said Evans is a free agent and questioned which brand he'll sign with. He'll go to SmackDown. Please, SmackDown needs help. My God, SmackDown does suck. Kathy Kelly interviewed tag team champions AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, and that's how they would fare against the Usos. Put the belt back on the Usos. Build the tag division. The Usos, even though I don't think they'll save that tag team division, I'd have the Usos winning the titles and drop into Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Or Reed in theory. My God, man, I can book things in fucking minutes. Braun Breaker, CM Punk, shown talking with Rey Mysterio, with hockey sticks against the wall. It's a few little things. Braun Breaker video promo ad. Break him up Punk's line about being in WWE to make money. Told him he hoped he can save his money because Punk ain't worth a dollar once he takes the World Heavyweight Championship on January 5th. Breaker should win. And then build Breaker and Roman at WrestleMania if Seth Rollins is not back in time. Next, oh my God, Nikki Bella arrived at ringside, but I gotta admit, Nikki did look good. I will admit that. Nikki said she's the most famous person to survive. She climbed on the broadcast table and got cheap heat by taunting a live crowd by cheering the Detroit Lions, and also worked in the Pro Ohio state line. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good line, to be fair. Nikki told the fans not to forget she's a legend before dropping off the table. Yeah, wonder why. He did John Cena. Graves said he was speechless because he didn't know if he'd been around a star that big. Graves, you've been in WWE for fucking years, man. Charlotte Flair is a bigger star than Nikki Bella. Jesus Christ. Bailey with Lyra Valkyria against Roxanne Perez with Liv Morgan. Goodness me, what are they doing with Bailey? I'll never know. Bailey put down Roxanne, nearly Bailey's belly for a near fall. Perez raced to ringside to regroup. Bailey followed, but Roxy rolled back into the ring at the same time. Roxy went for a suicide dive. It was a rough spot where Bailey tried to catch Perez on her shoulders and both fell to the ground. Perez regained control and slammed Bailey's knee into the ring post before a commercial break. Raquel Rodriguez showed up at ringside. A short time later, Liv distracted the referee while Perez pulled a turnbuckle pad and rammed Bailey's head into it. Roxy made the cover. Raquel was on the apron and argued with the referee until Liv pulled it down. Perez and Morgan confronted Raquel until Laura Valkyria dove from the broadcast table onto the whole lot of the Judgment Day. Then we have a spot where Lyra slapped Bailey across the face, which made Bailey smile and fired up. Bailey then attacks Roxy and then hit her with a top rope Macho Man elbow drop for the win. 7 minutes. I don't know what they're doing with Bayley. I don't know what the outcome is going to be with Bayley. Turn a heel. Bayley's better as a heel. I've said this for a long time. Bayley is 10 times better as a heel. Next up, Cole and Graves hype up the Kabuki Warriors versus Io and Rio for the tag team titles. Maxine defends against Becky Lynch. CM Punk Braun Breaker for the 5th of January episode in Brooklyn. I like the look of this show because it's the year anniversary of the Netflix anniversary show. And I can guarantee you, once again, Triple H is going to play this fucking thing safe. As fucking usual. Hunter, take notes from your best bud, who is killing it in NXT right now. After that, Gunther. Probably one of the better things about Raw right now is actually Gunther, since retiring Cena, shown backstage while Cole said he'd be up next. Before that, Bronson told Austin Theory to follow his lead. Theory stood up to Reed, saying that he would start the match and that Reed should follow his lead. Reed smirked after Theory was out of the photo. Interesting. Inside the Judgment Day clubhouse, my God, please break up the Judgment Day. It's ran its course. It was never the same when Priest and Rhea left. And they changed the fucking theme song. My God. Raquel was bickering with Roxy and Liv when Dom and Finn stood by. I want to wish JD McDonough, by the way, a speedy recovery. Hopefully we'll have that crazy bastard back soon. One of the better guys on the roster at the moment is JD McDonough. Perez said she and Morgan had done everything to keep under control before Raquel came out. Raquel said she was just trying to help, which they should have done last week when Nikki Bella got involved. Liv recalled that they were doing everything what Raquel wanted because she asked them to let her handle things on her own. Liv said Raquel was right when she said she was trying to help, said it was Christmas and the Judgment Day as a family. Again, please break them up. Perez said she needed to know what everyone was doing. Raquel says she had a title match to prepare for and then storm away. Put the belt on Raquel. Put her back as Big Mommy Cool. But no, Triple H will play it safe. To keep the belt on Stephanie, we're going to have Stephanie and Rhea at WrestleMania. See it coming. You can just sense things in a fucking heartbeat. Gunther at his entrance was booed out the building. Gunther milked the booze, and he's probably the best thing about Raw right now, we gotta admit. Went to ringside and stood on the broadcast table. He eventually entered the ring and told the fans that they shouldn't be mad at him. They should be mad at the guy who tapped like a little bitch in John Cena. Did you know bitch was actually censored? How can you censor any swearing on Netflix? What are we doing here? I couldn't care if this was a fucking tape show or not. Fucking stupid. Fucking ridiculous. Punk comes out, and a mean-faced Gunther, who laughed and asked if he was mad too. Gunther went to the ring steps and laughed for doing "you can't see me" gesture to mock CM Punk. Gunther headed straight towards the stage, but Rey Mysterio entrance stopped him. Rey approached Gunther to speak to him, but that's Gunther laughing in Rey's face. Rey was heading to the ring for the main event. AJ Styles confronts Gunther and said, "You just don't want to shut up, do you?" Gunther replies, saying, "I guess I don't." AJ Styles is going to be retired by Gunther, and I said this on Boxing Day. It's going to happen. AJ's last match is going to be against Gunther, or if not, book AJ and Gunther at WrestleMania. If you're not going with Gunther and Brock. Then, the broadcast team hyped Stephanie versus Nikki versus Raquel. Then we have the tag team title match is announced with AJ and Dragon Lee against the Usos. Following that, main event. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory made their entrance with Heyman. Theory literally had the look of when he looked like what Rollins used to have. Now, I don't mind it. Anyway, so Let's look in there. They were listing the Drew McIntyre and Cody. What's that got to do with Raw? I don't know. Theory tripped Punk and rolled through the ropes and then drop kicked him before this would be commercial break. Punk was isolated by the heels. Ray eventually got in, regained control for the spot where the final break would be, which Ray's turn to be isolated by the heels. Graves said Theory seemed more focused and would mix it up to antagonize than it is to antagonize the fans. He said Theory looked like it was all business. This is the Theory I want to see, not the selfie gimmick garbage that we saw on the Vince. Ray eventually took a hot tag and worked with Theory with punches and kicking a neck breaker. Punk hits Theory with a high knee in the corner of the ring. Punk repeated the move in another corner and bulldogged him. Punk went for the GTS. Theory elbowed his way out and tagged out. Punk worked over Reed, but he couldn't knock him off his feet until he had a clothesline from the top rope. Punk knocked out Theory off the apron and covered Reed for a 2 count. Ray tagged in and got Reed in position for a 619. Theory tagged in, self in, and cut off Ray with a fucking clothesline. That was sick, by the way. Ray eventually hit Theory with a 619, then dropped a dime on him and had him beat. But Reed pulled Ray to the floor and put him down. Punk went after Reed and hit him with a clothesline that sent both men tumbling into the timekeeper's area. Ray went to the top before Theory crashed him on the top turnbuckle. Theory hit Ray with a stomp and then pinned him. This was a decent main event, 15 minutes. Then Punk returned to the ring and hit Theory, rolled into the floor. Graves said Theory nailed his audition. I thought he did. I thought Theory looks very good. He hasn't wrestled for quite a long time. Then Braun comes out. They try to blindside Punk. Punk saw it coming. Punk got the barrel breaker while Theory come in. Punk cleared Theory from the ring and it turned into a spear from Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, again, needs to win. He needs to beat Punk. Build the match. If you're not having Rollins and Reigns or Rollins and Breaker, build Roman and Breaker. Easy. Easy shit's fucking boring, lifeless. There's gotta be ways for Raw to get better. It has to. Because this show sucks. Let's just be very clear. Anyway, I'm going to get a few reviews done for you. I'm going to get NXT done. I got Dynamite to do. And then I have to watch Collision. And I fucking hate Collision. Anyway, that's your Raw review. I might get Triple A done actually as well. Because I actually enjoyed the show. That was last weekend. World's End will be done in the week next week. If I have to watch, well, I will watch World's End, but I won't watch it till maybe Sunday. I don't know. Anyway, hit that like, drop this, like, smash the subscribe button, drop a people's elbow on it. Don't like rock at the minute. Hit the Stone Cold Stunner on the like button. It's free of charge, and I'll see you on the next video. Adios. Peace out.